Egypt 1-2 Cameroon. Indomitable Lions win Africa Cup of Nations with stunning second-half comeback. Second-half goals from Nicolas and Vincent Aboubakar secured the impressive comeback victory for Cameroon. Cameroon defied the odds to come from behind and win the Africa Cup of Nations. Vincent Aboubakar hit home in the dying minutes of the final to deny Egypt their 8th AFCON crown in the most dramatic of circumstances. Ordinarily, the Indomitable Lions would not be considered underdogs, but in this tournament the odds were always stacked against them. 7 of their leading talents refused to travel to Gabon and take part in the tournament. But setbacks were put aside and new stars were born as Cameroon produced a second-half comeback worthy of winning any competition. Arsenal star Mohamed Elneny had put his side ahead in the first half, but goals from Nicolas and Aboubakar sealed their nation's 5th AFCON title. There was doubt ahead of the fixture as to whether Elneny, who had missed the previous 2 knockout rounds, would be fit to play in the final. But he passed a late fitness test and was at the center of everything Egypt created as they dominated the early stages. Elneny started the move that led to the first major chance in the game, as Mohamed Salah slid the ball through to Abdallah El Said, who saw his efforts stopped by Fabrice Ondoa. There were only 20 minutes on the clock before the creativity of the Egyptian team paid dividends, and it was no surprise it was Salah and Elneny combining. Salah played the ball through to the Arsenal man, who looked first of all for a cutback, but instead caught Ondoa unawares and fired into the roof of the net at the near post. It was the perfect opening for Egypt, who had only conceded 1 goal in the competition going into the final. In fact, they had not conceded 2 goals in a game for 21 matches, a record stretching back to November 2014. The goal-scoring stats of previous finals also went against Cameroon, with as more than 1 goal had not been scored in a final since 2004. Egypt's confidence in their defense was clear to see, as they were happy to let Cameroon have the ball after taking the lead. But it was not until the second half when the Indomitable Lions began to cause any kind of problems, with Christian Bassogog proving to be the most dangerous outlet. And it was no surprise that Bassogog's powerful run forward was the catalyst for the equalizer. From the resulting corner, the AAB Fodbold man whipped the ball back into the middle and defender Nicolas and headed home past the helpless Issam El Hadary. Cameroon continued to dominate the game, with Egypt's only real threat coming on the counter-attack. Elneny was close to a goal of the tournament contender after an ambitious run, but there was little else for the Pharaohs to shout home about. And the continued threat of Cameroon eventually paid with just 3 minutes of regular time to play. Aboubakar lifted the ball over Ali Gabr, before coolly finishing past El Hadary, who was again unmoved, to seal the victory. It was just the spark Cameroon needed. Up to that point the men in green, so exciting in their attacking play in the semi-final, hadn't been able to repeat the trick. They tried, with Christian Bassogog and Moukonde Joe drifting inside to try and involve themselves, but Egypt's solid defense, the best in the tournament by a distance, looked unbreachable. Protected by Elneny and Tariq Hamd, the center-back pairing of Ahmed Hegazi and Ali Gabr were once again excellent in the first half, limiting Cameroon to long shots that never troubled Issam El Hadary. Indeed, the best chances Cameroon had before they equalized were of El Hadary's own making, the 44-year-old twice flapping haplessly at crosses, and lucky to get away with it. For a game billed by some as a battle of the goalkeepers, El Hadary, the elder statesman, going for a record 5th title against young and brilliantly talented Ondoa, born 3 months before his opposite number made his international debut, neither lived up to their reputation.